whoever for waiting, I would like to announce you that you are already on the radio like beginning. I have a new point from Eva.
Eva, ITP of HLN. Yeah, I honestly don't know right now how to respond because it was all such a surprise. And yeah, I know someone said in Sofia that you always know. I honestly did not know until the mistake. And probably the party last night was too awesome for me to even be able to react right now. I just want to thank everyone for doing this. I will need to change my discharge presentation a bit now because you already said a lot. So yeah, thank you, and I will have a better speech ready, I think, in the next session when I'm actually getting discharged. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for recognizing the work I put in. It feels good to hear that people appreciated everything you did before, so thank you.
Thank you. Mihai, we are proceeding with
Mihai, President. We will proceed now. Yeah, it's fine. We will proceed now with the executive motions. Yeah.
okay. See, I will read the first motion. Executive First motion states the 58th EPSA General Assembly allowed the EPSA executive to be reimbursement up to €100 from the EPSA budget to host live executive meetings between the 58th General Assembly and the 59th EPSA General Assembly. I will give executive the motivation speech.
Hi, President. So in the past it was shown that it's a good thing for the executive to meet after the General Assembly to discuss the decisions and also what was discussed during the LS meetings and all the meetings that we had. So it will follow up. This year will be easy because we have a lot of executive members in Brussels, so it will be mainly just me and Kanda will have low cost. So we'll propose this motion in order for the executive to, as I said, follow up on the discussions here and take faster and better decisions for our members. Thank you.
And I open the floor for discussion. Apo?
Karina, I have a question. Just to clarify, this is like for travel reimbursements and stuff.
No, it's just this linear. This was already implemented past mandate, right? Like with the also for 500 euros or.
Mihai?
Mihai, President. Yeah, it was also always 500 euros, but I said we will have lower than that, but we just put the same amount that it was always there.
Mihai?
The executive would like to amend this because I forgot to just add after to 500 euros for travel reimbursements because I saw now it's not clear. So just add that it's only for travel reimbursements.
The motion will read: the 58th EPSA General Assembly allowed EPSA executive to be reimbursed up to 500 euros for travel reimbursements. Thank you. Any comments from the room? Okay, I will read the motion. The 58th EPSA General Assembly allows the EPSA Executive to give reimbursement up to 500 euros for travel costs from the EPSA budget to also executive meetings between the 58th EPSA General Assembly and the 59th EPSA General Assembly. All those against? Any abstention? The motion was carried unanimously. We will proceed to the next motion. The 58th EPSA General Assembly allows the reception of the 22nd EPSA University to pass through Romania bank account for the expenses of the 22nd EPSA Summer University. The bank account shall also be used by Pass Through Romania for administrative payments. By this, the Article 22.4.10 of the 57 EPSA Torso and Article 6.2 of the Events Handbook, as per the 57 General Assembly, shall be overruled. We just had EPSA General Assembly.
Yeah, Mihai, President. So we were approached by the reception committee of the 22nd EPSA Summer University, and basically they would the passenger will have a bank account in euros that shall be used also for expenses for the summer university that will take place in Romania. The thing was that the events handbook and also said that the bank account should be exclusively only for those payments. I would ask maybe Pastor and SSFB to explain why this came. The executive just wanted to help them to propose this motion, and they will explain what happened in the procedure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mihai. I will open the floor for discussion, and I have a viewpoint from SSFB.
Okay, so Sonia SSFB. As I also told you in the presentation, because some of the legislation changes in Romania, it was quite difficult for us to open a bank account through SSFB because we needed some paperwork from university and everything, and that took lots of time, and they are still not done yet. But Ferry has them done already, so we approached them to help us with this thing, and they did. But what we talked about was that they will open this Euro account because we didn't have one, and they will only use it specifically to pay the payment fee for IDSF and EPSA. That's all. Besides that, it will be our bank account, we will use it, we will have everything, we will send everything to EPSA, that's all.
Annette, raise your hand, please.
Mayor Annette France, I just wanted to know who is going to be in charge of that bank account. That is it the treasurer from the RC or from FASFR?
SSFB.
Sorry, my SSFB. In fact, FASFR is treasurer. It's our vice chairperson. So all good.
Any more comments or questions regarding this point of information, Mihai?
Mihai, President, I just want to add that all the expenses will be shown in the bank statements as they are the financial reports. So you will see all the General Assembly will see all the expenses, even though maybe they are not directly to the Summer University. But what we understood from Casper and SSFB, there will be mainly just one up to two expenses. That's it.
Any more comments or questions? Any more comments or questions?
Yeah, President, I close the public discussion.
I will read the motion. The 58th EPSA General Assembly allows the reception committee of the 22nd EPSA Summer University to use a Passport Romania bank account for the expenses of the 22nd EPSA Summer University. The bank account shall also be used by Passport Romania for administrative payments. By this, the Article 22.4.10 of the 57th EPSA Torso and the Article 6.2 of the Events and Book as per the 57th EPSA General Assembly shall be overruled. Anyone against? Any abstention? The motion was carried unanimously. The third motion from the Executive, the 58th EPSA General Assembly mandates the EPSA Executive to investigate the procedure of applying for hosting an EPSA event. The outcomes of this investigation shall be presented by the 59th EPSA General Assembly the latest.
Mr. President. So the executive thinks that an investigation shall happen on this motion on the way that applications are done for the EPSA events. As we are always trying to make our events better by updating the events handling and other applications, there is the need to update also the way that applications are done and are received to the bid. By this, we want to see if we can improve the way that applications are done and are analyzed by the Executive and General Assembly in order to have a clear view of the feasibility of the future event. We want to take account and into consideration this investigation, the feedback from past, current and future RCs.
Thank you. Now I'm opening the floor for discussion.
Morning, just a question, whether you have any specific part of the bid book or the applying process in mind?
Mihai.
Mihai, President. Yeah, we will take into consideration mostly all parts of the bid book, of the bid itself, not only the bid book, because the bid book it's just basically the presentation, how can I say, but we want to look into all the things that are submitted, namely also the motivation, like how which motivations should we receive, because it's like links and things like that, the budgets, if we can find some how can I say, minimum things in logistics, like all the things we will take into consideration. This is why we like an investigation on this, because it's a broader thing. So this is why we proposed a motion for this and just not did like an executive internal investigation.
Any more comments or questions regarding this? Comments? Mihai.
I understand that was a proper discussion.
15th EPSA General Assembly mandates the EPSA Executive to investigate the procedure of applying for hosting an EPSA event. The outcomes of this investigation will be present at the 59th EPSA General Assembly the latest. Anyone against? Any abstention? The motion was kept. We will continue with the motion. Okay, the first one proposed by and seconded by Portugal. The 58th EPSA Executive to investigate the possibility to create a support fund for EPSA trainers in order to increase their involvement in EPSA and the reach of the training project. The results of the investigation shall be presented to the 16th EPSA General Assembly the latest. I will give the floor to Andre.
Madame Anne France, we think it will be beneficial to develop a support fund for the EPSA trainers in order to facilitate the delivering of trainings in local level. This support fund will be a way to facilitate it, and it will be interesting to investigate different possibilities of fundings and grants in regard to this.
which is up in Portugal. So the EPSA training project is an important project for the members, and we are super involved in that. So we believe that with this investigation the project can grow and EPSA can reach more students in this field.
Now I open the floor for discussion.
Mihai, President. In Serbia, we had a motion that for investigating the support fund for TNTs. So these kind of fundings for other projects were also investigated before, and the outcome was that it was not really feasible, as EPSA is already struggling with finances, and the support fund itself from the auction and all other fundings, it's a little bit unclear. What I want to add is that we support financially the trainers on tour, and that's an EPSA project and part of the training project, and this is this is why the project exists, in order to bring trainers closer to the members on local and national level, while EPSA supports the trainers that apply and are going on the tour financially. Financially.
And of course, we do understand that the financial situation of EPSA is not maybe able to dedicate direct money to that, but we still think that it could be it will really be beneficial to maybe discuss it more somehow, because even though we have the trainers on tour, for example, it targets maybe like some specific country that can that have the possibility to host the TOT. While if we really want the training project to get to the member association, it might be a good idea to really investigate on how the trainers could be helped even a little bit to achieve that. It doesn't have to come up directly from the EPSA finances, but trainers and other people will also maybe get involved in this investigation.
Mihai, President, just as a point of information for the trainers on tour, it's like how can I say, like a map on a more informal way to say that the trainer coordinator and the trainers that apply are doing. So it's like exactly a tour. So it doesn't really matter the financial situation on the countries that apply. The countries that want to receive the trainers that are on the tour, they also say to us, and we try to adapt the trainers that are applying to go to make like a roadmap for them to arrive in all those countries. And yeah, they said we fund those trainers that go on tour from EPSA finances.
Juana Plaza from Romania. I have a question. So basically trainers on tour is kind of covered, and also trainers for attending EPSA events get to pay a lower fee, right? So this investigation regards which other projects in the training project?
And in France, it's mostly in regards to the member association that might be requesting, that might be asking for trainings in the local level for them to have the opportunity to, because from the discussion that we had during GA on the training coordinator report, the concern that was raised was that some member association was asking for some trainings and they could not get the trainers because the trainers didn't have enough personal funding to be able to go there. So just to see if we can do something in regards to that.
Okay, EPSV, where's your
Brown EPSV, we do not support this in the way you just described. We are afraid that the trainers will go to the same countries too often, and also because like how the financial situation is right now, we already know this is probably not feasible, and it would take time of the executive to figure this out. So we don't support this motion.
Any more comments or questions regarding this motion? And then
First, I would just like to know, maybe with emotion cards, if possible, some if not, like if some member association will actually be interested in having the possibility for the trainers to be able to come to their member association to deliver training and be supported for that. With emotion cards, can be read or just to know if it will be. Okay, thank you.
okay, anyone? PSV?
Okay, PSV, yes, obviously we are very interested in receiving trainers, but we also have Dutch trainers, so the support fund would really be beneficial for us, like as an association. So we are just concerned that this is like an uneven distributing of the money of EPSA within Europe over the member associations.
The point of information, Mihai?
Yeah, President, so yes, this would be a little like more of a support fund, so it means that it will be from donations as like the support fund itself right now for the event it's coming. And yeah, as I said, the support fund itself for events is struggling a lot right now, as you saw, and we're trying to find a way to raise money for that, for people to attend events. And yeah,
That's good with the direct.
It was a follow-up on what Bram said. Could you maybe clarify how well distributed trainers are in all the countries? Because if there are enough trainers in several areas, it will mean that the costs aren't that high for them to attend national events.
Marco, so in regards to this, yeah, we have some countries that are having lots of trainers, we have some countries that are lacking trainers, but this is also the reason why we opened calls, for example, for TNTs in advance for 2 years, so you can apply and host events, and we can actually have 2 TNT per mandate, 10 years, so we can secure in general like trainers for all countries and for all your needs. I hope this clarifies.
Any more questions or comment? Abed?
I just want to say, so I just want to say that we are here proposing an investigation. So we are proposing that we can discuss this in the future, and maybe members can give some opinions or ideas to elaborate this support fund and to, for example, grants from some countries or something.
BDSA?
Lauren, BPSA UK. I was going to say, if the issue is that we don't have trainers in certain countries, it might be more worthwhile to put a fund for students to attend TNTs in other locations, and then you'd have more trainers available in your own country for international events.
We have, it's a new point we have, so just to do it. Raise your hand.
I would just like to say that the thing that should be like tackled more is the thing that some countries don't have trainers, and I think that this should be promoted more and investigated more, and not like the other trainers visiting other countries. Like because this was also one of the discussions we had in Sofia, I think, like that some countries are not having trainers. So yeah, the thing that should be promoted more was like other countries, like countries that have their own trainers. Thank you.
Mihai, President, yeah, for this we actually asked our members to just apply for the trainers on tour. We will try to fund the trainers to visit your countries when needed. And yeah, as Marco said, we are trying to get TNTs in those places of Europe that are lacking a little bit of trainers, mostly the northwestern part of Europe, because for the rest we are kind of covering quite well.
Okay,
9.3.
9.3.5. Seconded by EPSA Poland. I open the floor for discussion. I close the floor for discussion. Anyone against? Okay, technical, please, we will start the voting again. Fast forward.
One of us said we were voting on
Okay, please, General Assembly. Pay more attention to what we are doing. We are now voting on the procedural motion itself. You need to be attentive to know what we are doing. We are taking a lot of important decisions for the EPSA, so please be more, pay more attention to the General Assembly itself. We will start voting on the 9.3 to close the. Okay, I'm not kidding here. Please respect. We will vote on the 9.3. Anyone against? Any abstention? The motion was carried unanimously. We will now go to the motion itself. The EPSA General Assembly mandates EPSA Executive to investigate the possibility to create a support fund for EPSA trainers in order to increase their involvement in EPSA and the reach of the training project. The results of the investigation shall be presented at the 60th EPSA General Assembly, the latest. Anyone against the motion? Eight votes against. Any abstention? All those for? For the motion was carried. Okay, we will proceed to the second motion proposed by Annette Brown, seconded by KNPSV. The 58th EPSA General Assembly mandates EPSA Executive to investigate new strategies on how to make members informed of the work of the team in between the submissions of their report. The results of the investigation shall be presented to the 59th EPSA General Assembly, the latest. I will give the floor to Annette.
Journal in France, KNPSV in the next 6 it will be beneficial to be able to get more regular information on documents and work of the team in between reports in order to be able to follow the work the EPSA is doing through the year and not just on the large work before June.
KNPSV. Technical meeting.
Secretary General, these would be from
Joan in France, sorry for the dispute. So KNPSV and since it will be beneficial to be able to get more regular information on the performance and work of the team in between the reports in order to be able to follow the work the EPSA is doing through the year and not just knowing one individual before June.
KNPSV.
Eline, KNPSV the Netherlands, sorry for notes. We as KNPSV the Netherlands believe that it is of added value to investigate new strategies on how to make members informed of the work of the team. We have seen many long reports in the SGA package, and I think those reports have to be more concise. Therefore, we believe that when we accept this motion, we can tackle this problem. The associations stay updated, and we will be more aware of what the team is working on. So possible issues can be resolved between the reports, and hopefully there will be less to be explained in the report and less questions to be asked by the GA. Thank you.
Okay, now I open the floor for discussion. I have Mihai.
Mihai, EPSA President. So In regards to the work of the team, we provide OEM's minutes and the reports of the 30 meeting and the 40 meeting, plus the minutes of those meetings between the General Assembly, the executive meeting and others. We feel that this investigation is not needed. We will just ask the proposer and the seconder to just send an email to the EPSA team with the improvements they would like in this report or other ways that we can provide more updates to them in between the General Assembly. Thank you.
Point of information, Eva.
I just want to touch upon the reports. At the end of the day, the reports will have to contain all the information of what the team did, because that's what will go in the EPSA archives. So for future storing, the reports will still have to be similarly extensive as well.
In PSP with the type, please raise your hand.
PSV, yes, we are aware of the minutes, obviously, but our point that we're trying to make is that we don't think it's enough, and it would be beneficial to just investigate this, and it could be really easy, maybe just share the monthly update that you already have, or make something like that. It won't be difficult.
Mr. President, yes, as I said, those monthly updates are already in the reports, and you have the minutes of the meetings as on updates from the executive. You also have the OEM minutes where we update each other and you can read them. So if you have a specific way in improving this, we're really open to make it happen. But as said, as the executive work is, would like to not make an investigation out of this. Thank you.
And in France, I just wanted to clarify that what we want is not like only the reports on what the executive is doing, but also from the whole team. And this is what we are trying to tackle is more follow-up from the member association on the work on everyone, so we can also interact and interact more on everything the EPSA team members are doing, and not only just having to react on the time of the report. But thank you.
Now I hope with the point.
Speaking as an LS here, we already do get a lot of minutes and informations, and we talked in the LS meeting that the OEMs were late, and I think the executive is aware of that and is trying to work on it. So we do believe that there is enough information, because when the minutes are getting sent out, we can always ask questions about specific projects you already have, and also about team members.
Carolina, PPSC Poland. I was wondering, do you have anything specific in mind that you would like to get from the executive?
And in France, yes, we were thinking, for example, of having some small bullet points of monthly updates of the task performed by every team member every month, every 2 months. I don't know. We will have to discuss with the investigation, and what we also thought was that we will also be able to give input on ideas of what could be done. We really don't want to add more reading, more minutes and stuff like that, because I do agree that this is a problem. But we were thinking of something really concise, this were done, and then if we have a question, then we can just address as we are addressing for the OEM minutes.
So I have a viewpoint from clarification.
Can you then clarify for me the information that is being told us in the EOMs and the information you want from the monthly updates? Because those are the same, right?
Mayor, and in France, yes, like in the OEM we have information on what the executive is working on, but maybe also to have from the rest of the team members on how they're performing, but I don't know if there is something else for that. Thank you.
What of information behind?
EPSA President, so during the OEMs, the VPs also present the updates from their coordinators.
Second.
I have a 9.3 proposed by Pastor, seconded by We are now voting on the 9.3. It's to close the discussion. I open the floor for discussion on the 9.3. I close the floor for discussion. Anyone against the 9.3? Any abstention? The motion was carried unanimously. I will ask to the GA to be silent when we are voting. This is really important. I will read now the motion again. The 58th EPSA General Assembly mandates EPSA Executive to investigate new strategies on how to make members informed of the work of the team in between the submission of their report. The results of this investigation shall be presented to the 59th EPSA General Assembly at the latest. We are now voting on the motion. Anyone against? Okay, any abstention? All those for? Thank you. We have 17 against, 3 for, and 2 abstentions. The motion was not carried. Behind.
Hi, President. Yeah, we will now proceed to the lunch break and we'll continue with the motion if that's okay for the General Assembly, because we cannot, I don't think we can finish all the motions now. And I think they're fine.
I have a new point from Shazazukadu.
No, it's just interesting. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's about this point, like for example, something that could actually be done, like for you to just share us the reports before the team meetings that you had. Like it would be a very easy option. We would have like we could see like what is going on in the team and we could provide the team. Yeah, we were for that motion, but yeah, unfortunately it didn't go through.
I propose this discussion to be over email. You can send the email and please. Okay. Ina.
Madam Secretary General, please raise your voting cards high for the scrutineer can collect them.
We still have the standing orders resumed, so
I will ask everybody to stay silent and seated until I understand the board of meeting.
through voting cards?
My understanding was